I'm Caroline, and I'm here to tell you about my time in Dublin. These past 3 weeks were an amazing experience I will cherish forever. I worked in a pharmacy and I got to know many differences between Austrian and Irish pharmacies. Everything seemed a bit more relaxed, especially in terms of punctuality and accuracy, but I have to say that my colleagues were the sweetest people ever and I liked them a lot. You know, Erasmus to me was an amazing experience of freedom and personal growth. It was such an awesome opportunity to get to know a different country and culture. Because of Erasmus, I was also able to practice my English skills and get way more comfortable in speaking that language. And what Erasmus also was to me was learning to enjoy my own company. I loved doing things just by myself from time to time. You know, I was able to do what I wanted whenever I wanted. And for example, I went to a concert all by myself for the first time ever and it was amazing. This project really showed me to be open for new experiences. What I loved about my trip was that we lived in the city center and we were able to reach many landmarks in a span of a few minutes. And I really took advantage of that and went on many walks around the city. It was amazing to explore the city of Dublin. My favorite place for sure was the Trinity College. I just loved strolling around the campus. And of course I also had to visit the old library and the Book of Kells, which was really nice, even though I think that the prices were too high. And our trip to the cliffs of Moher was also really nice. Another thing I enjoyed were our weekly dinners every Friday and exploring Dublin's pubs and nightlife afterwards. Of course, there were also things that I didn't like about my trip. What I hated was to see all the poverty and especially the people who are addicted to drugs. I've never seen this many drug addicts in my life, and in Dublin it's something you will encounter on a daily basis. Because I worked in a pharmacy, I also think that this topic was a lot more incorporated in my daily life, as many customers were substitution patients. They had to come in daily to drink a green liquid containing methadone, which should help them with their addiction. What's sad is that a pharmacist told me that many of them still did drugs nonetheless. Another thing that sometimes made me really mad was the public transportation. There's no underground, which means that you have to travel almost everywhere by bus. It got really frustrating having to wait for the bus for like 20 minutes and then travel to your destination in a constant stop and go. Traffic lights, bus stop, traffic lights again, and on and on. Finally, I'd like to give some tips to new Erasmus students. As I am myself prone to overthinking, I think I'd really advise new students to try not to overthink. And yeah, I know it's easier to say than to do, but every worry I had was unnecessary and it all worked out for the best in the end. Just try to stay positive, try to let loose and look forward to this amazing project. Enjoy every moment because I promise you the time will pass by way too quickly. Yeah, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed hearing about